美国的众议院从上周末开始到本周，总共进行了好几场的听证会，希望能够了解在2021年1月6号，也就是要确认美国的总统当选人是谁的那一天发生的国会暴动事件。1月6号举行听证会上头开始进行调查。很多人可能觉得这就是何必重提，可是美国的众议院现在是民主党所主导的，但是更重要，他们认为这牵涉到美国民主政治将来能不能够继续正常的运作，还是美国要变成一个有谎言或者是由一个非宪政秩序所操纵的第三世界的国家。所以民主党的这个坚持，众议院坚持如此，很多包括共和党 Liz Cheney 的人，他们认为是必要的。在几次的听证会里头，到了第3场是最高峰，因为第3场调查出来的重点是当时整个国会要举行最后确认谁是总统，主席是副总统潘斯。潘斯呢是川普的副总统，川普要求潘斯不要确认总统当选人，当然潘斯拒绝了他，最后挽救了美国的宪政，让当天确认了总统是拜登，而使这个国家可以正常的运作。那么这样的几场听证会，它可以造成人们对川普重新的认识吗？根据现在所得到的相关的讯息，川普的支持者在网站上，在他们可以拥有的社群媒体里头，仍然用谎言来告诉大家这一切都是胡说八道。全世界的民主治理现在都面临一个问题，说谎者在社群媒体里头，他可以把真正的事实完全黑的说成白的。
Approximately 40 feet. That's all there was.
As Pence was being evacuated, rioters started to spread throughout the Capitol.
Bring out Pence! Bring out Pence!
Make no mistake about the fact that the vice president's life was in danger.
They were peaceful people. These were great people.
在2020美国总统大选后64天，时任美国总统川普的支持者闯入国会山庄，历经11个月，发出近100份传票和询问1000多名证人后，众院美国国会袭击事件特别调查委员会终于结束闭门工作，举行公开听证会，公布调查结果，为的是证明一件事
：President Trump summoned the mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack.
January 6th was the culmination of an attempted coup to overthrow the government.
6月9号首场听证会公开了川普钦点的司法部长巴尔的震撼证词。
I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen and putting out this stuff, which I told the president was bullshit.
How did that affect your perspective about the election?
And this revelation that Trump's daughter Ivanka agreed with his assessment.
I respect Attorney General Barr, so I accepted what he was saying.
A note was shown urging Trump to tell his supporters to leave immediately.
川普竞选总干事说，选举当晚，他们建议不应该宣布胜选，川普拒绝。
And instead followed the course recommended by an apparently inebriated Rudy Giuliani.
Here's Trump attorney Jason Miller describing Giuliani that night.
The mayor was definitely intoxicated, but I do not know his level of intoxication when he spoke with the president, for example.
于是就有了这场记者会。
Trump took the stage in the early morning hours of November the 4th and said this.
Frankly, we did win this election. This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation.
川普不仅无视竞选团队阻止，坚持在选票计算完成前宣布胜利。当大势已去之际，还试图以越来越古怪，甚至毫无根据的说法，企图改变他的失败。
The committee's second panel told the story of just how far Trump went in the weeks after the election to dig up voter fraud where there was none, even as allegation after allegation, more than 60 cases in all, were dismissed or found to be without merit by judges. Former U.S. Attorney attorney for the Northern District of Georgia, B.J. Pack, appointed by Trump, said he was asked to look into an allegation about a suspicious suitcase filled with fake ballots.
We found that the suitcase full of ballots, the alleged black suitcase that was being seen pulled from under the table, was actually an official lockbox where ballots were kept safe.
I thought, boy, if he really believes this stuff, he has, lost contact with he's become detached from reality.
然而，这个耗时11个月、访问1000多人的调查，难道只是想告诉你川普的指控有多荒谬吗？当然不是。纽约时报专栏作家陶曼玲这一篇《唐纳川普：美国怪物》形容，这场在黄金时段播出的听证会，重点不在于说明川普是个喋喋不休的小丑，误打误撞的当上了总统，而是证明了川普是一个冷酷无情的怪物。看完后，很多人会相信他因受到刑事指控，并被关进大牢，把他关起来。首先是对竞选搭档潘斯的绝情。
Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution.
Aware of the rioters' chance to hang Mike Pence, the president responded with this sentiment, quote, "Maybe our supporters have the right idea. Mike Pence, quote, deserves it."
On Friday, Trump claimed, "I never said or even thought of saying, hang Mike Pence."
但是川普确实叫潘斯推翻选举结果，而且就是在2021年1月6日早上。
The conversation was pretty heated.
I remember hearing the word wimp.
It was a different tone than I'd heard him take with the vice president before.
But Pence, relying on advice from his legal team and on his faith, stayed firm, even after coming within 40 feet of the rioters.
I'll always believe that I did my duty that day. And I know in my heart of hearts I did. And I believe that when all the information and the facts come forward, the American people will better understand what occurred.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff has testified that it was Pence, not Donald Trump, who called the Pentagon when the Capitol was under siege.
There were 2 or 3 calls with Vice President Pence.
Pence was evacuated to a safe location deep beneath the Capitol. These never-before-seen pictures showing the vice president making calls to Pentagon officials and congressional leaders, working through the attack and refusing to leave the Capitol.
The vice president did not want to take any chance that the world would see the vice president of the United States fleeing the United States Capitol.
By contrast, here is General Milley's description of his conversation with President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, on January 6th.
He said, we have to kill the narrative that the vice president is making all the decisions.
We love you. You're very special.
川普对支持者的爱也是假的。陶曼玲在文中写道：如果他的追随者们触犯法律、袭击警察，最后进了监狱，他也不会在意，他只会在远处赞美他们的爱。川普他票也要，钱也要。
Committee says Trump and his allies conned supporters into donating some $250 million to fight the election results.
So not only was there the big lie, there was the big ripoff.
Where did the money actually go? $1 million of it went to a foundation run by White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. More than $200,000 spent at Trump Organization properties.
Kimberly.
And tens of thousands of dollars went to Donald Trump Jr.'s fiancée, Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Liberty-loving patriots that will not let them steal this election.
She spoke for 2.5 minutes and then was paid $60,000.
听证会收视率非常高，有近2000万人收看，但是可能不会改变什么。
According to a Washington Post poll conducted a little over a month ago, 52% of Americans believe Trump should be charged for his role in the attack. 42% do not.
But the chances of charges ever being brought against the former president remain slim. And the reality is Donald Trump is as politically powerful now, if not more, than he was that fateful day in January last year.
Do you miss me yet? We won the election twice, and it's possible we'll have to win it a third time. I have a lot of friends. They say, President, you're going to win the election so big in 24. In 2024, we are going to take back the White House.
In our country, we don't swear an oath to an individual or a political party. We take our oath to defend the United States Constitution. And that oath must mean something. Tonight, I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.